Is WorkMarket a great way to potentially earn more than $200 per task, or is it a scam that's a waste of time? My name is Michael and I have tested hundreds of different free ways to make some extra money, and many viewers on my channel have asked me about this platform, and in this WorkMarket review I will give you an inside look and I will show you both the pros and the cons, because it definitely has both, and then you can easily decide if this is the right opportunity for you or not. So before we log in, let's talk a bit about who can join. And WorkMarket is what you can call almost like a freelance platform, a platform you can join to find small tasks, and you can potentially join from more or less all countries. But how many opportunities you will get will vary from country to country. We'll talk more about that later. But you can either join on the website or you can download the app. The app is available both for iOS devices and Android devices, so whether you prefer using it on a computer or on a phone, that is really up to your personal preferences. But that's the basics of what WorkMarket is. Let me now then log in and show you how you potentially can earn and how much you potentially can earn. I am now inside WorkMarket and it's fairly easy to sign up. It does not take too long. There are a few things you need to do when you first sign up. You need to fill out your profile. You can see that in the left menu. So you need to fill out your profile. That is just a better chance, or that will give you a better chance to get jobs. Also, in some countries you need to fill out tax information. So they will guide you about how to do that when you first sign up. So that's the first things you need to do. After that, you can go to this test section, and sometimes there will be tests you can take that can potentially help you to get more jobs. They will not always be that. They might not be relevant for you. That depends where you live and what type of work you are looking for. But it's just something you can check out once in a while, because if there are relevant tests for you, it can potentially help you get more work. But what kind of work can you then find, and how do you find it? Let's go over that next. And there you can also see some examples of how much you potentially can earn. So inside, whether you are on the website or inside the app, they have a section where you can find work, and this is where you get an overview of the different jobs you can find. Many of them are where you physically have to show up, so that's one thing you need to be aware of. If you're looking for a freelance job where you can work online, then this is not the best platform. So of course, how many jobs you can find will depend on your location. You can see right now it says 70 assignments available near you, and it has put in a postal code, so this is a way to search. However, I am very far from New York right now, so it's really not near me at all. That's one thing that I would say, that this search function also really does not work, and it kind of works within the US, so you can set a postal code and find it. But in my experience anyways, if you do not live in the US and you put some areas, it can be hard to find relevant tasks. So that's one thing you need to be aware of. That can take a bit of patience. But you see some of them, they can pay quite well, and there are, see, 160, there's 200, 160, 160. Some of the tasks pay quite well. This is a PC refresh tech needed. You see, some of them, however, of course, will require certain skills if you want to get higher paying ones, and require quite a bit of effort. But overall, you can find some fairly high paying jobs. But the disadvantage is that most of them will require you to go there physically, and also it can be hard to find relevant jobs, and it can be hard to use the search function, because that just does not really work too well in my personal experience and opinion. If you have other opinions or experiences, please share them in a comment below. It would be great to hear about those as well. But let's talk about also how you can then get paid. So when you earn, usually your earnings will be deposited in WorkMarket. How exactly you can get paid and all that, or when, can vary from job to job. But you can click the job and read all the conditions, and then you can get paid into your WorkMarket account, and then when it has been released, you can take it out from there. And depending on your country, in most countries you can get paid either via bank transfer or PayPal, so great ways to get paid in cash. As you can see, you need to fill out tax information from most countries, so that's one aspect you need to be aware of. But overall, some great payout options that they do offer. Overall, yes, WorkMarket is legit. It can be a way to find tasks that can pay you $200 or more per task, but it also has its disadvantages. First of all, even though you can potentially join from more or less all countries, it definitely does not give great opportunities in all countries, and that is something to be aware of. Also, the search functions for the jobs inside the platform really does not work that well compared to many other freelance platforms in my experience, especially not if you don't live in the US. Also, you need to be aware that many of the jobs require you to have very specific skills and to go to certain locations, so it's not like super easy ways to find freelance work, but it can be a way to find extra work if you have the right skills, also a way to potentially earn some nice extra money. But there are other platforms and other freelance jobs that are a lot easier to get started with. I also have a video about some of the easiest freelance jobs to get started with. I'll leave a link to a video about that below, so you can check that out if you think that's more relevant for you. But no matter what, I think that even if you decide to join WorkMarket, it's a good idea to also use other online earning opportunities, because the options here can be quite a bit limited in my personal experience. But no matter what, I hope the video helped you figure out if WorkMarket is for you or not. And if it did help you, then make sure to hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time there's a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make some extra money on the side online.